Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded, but today I'm going to be fixing my Monster High dollhouse. So this is the 2008 Barbie Dream house, I believe, and it was the pink and purple roof version, so not the 2006 one. I love this house very dearly. It was my first Barbie Dream house, and then I turned it into, or me and my mom turned it into a Monster High house when I was 10 or 9, I think it was. I can't remember. I think it was like 10. But it's been sitting in my storage unit for like 8 years, and I finally was able to get it out, and I wanted to clean it up, fix it up a little bit, maybe repaint some of the things in it and actually seal them this time because a lot of it isn't sealed properly, and then decorate it with a lot of the new Gen 3 stuff from Monster High, as well as some new pieces I've gotten in my collection from Gen 1 as time has gone on. So I am missing some of the pieces of the house, specifically the windows and like the planter boxes, but I have some ideas to maybe fix it, maybe make it look less noticeable. Let's get started. First, we're gonna be cleaning it a little bit. It is very dusty, I will tell you guys. Like I said, it's been sitting in storage for a really long time. And then we can get onto the fun part, designing, decorating, doing all that. So let's start. As you can see, it's folded up. The lock is broken off, but I still have it, so I might be able to fix it. I'm missing this bathroom window and the planter box that goes down there, right there. And then I also have the top part right here. So let's unfold it and we'll put it together. So here is what it looks like all folded out. I used to make videos as a kid decorating it, but they are privated now. But it is pretty dirty. As you can see, I painted it. It was spray painted. I have these like little Valentine's Day cards, and then just a bunch of like Halloween-esque stickers, like that little vampire over there, and this pirate curtain. I think this was like a bandana or something. And then we have the up here like little piece that can be taken off. I'm missing a window here as well. This folds out and is painted on this side, but not on this side. So, and then we have like this. I think this was part of like a birthday invitation. There's like a bunch of other stickers and random stuff everywhere. As you can see, a lot of them are falling off. Like I have this like little gem thing, which I mean could be reused and maybe hot glued on instead. And then we have like the bottom floor. The top part of the fridge is painted, but the bottom part is not. Oh, little piece to like a tiny tea set. It's missing its little button that like makes the washer machine spin. I'm missing one of the little knobs, which shouldn't be too hard to make somehow and try to put it in there. Also, the stand that like spins up the stairs is broken, but I think that's okay. But first, I think the best course of action is to remove all of this tape. This is like a Monster High washi tape or something like that. So let's take all this tape off and then we can wash stuff down. So before I wash it with warm soap and water and a toothbrush, I'm going to use this microfiber cloth to kind of dust over it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like cobwebs down there. I get it, we're Monster High, but I don't want cobwebs in my house. I took this pumpkin off and there's original house down there. I think this used to be like speakers. So here are all the windows. A lot of them need to be touched up, so I'm gonna wash these separately, and same with the doors, I need to take them off. Now that it's stripped to its bones, we can start washing it. So I'm just taking some isopropyl alcohol and a toothbrush and some water and basically just pouring a little bit on at a time to kind of scrub at it, because I could just paint over it, but I don't want like a billion layers of paint. So I'm going to try to get off as much as I can so that way I can start with a fresh, clean slate. So this alcohol method did work for the most part. It did give me a bit of a hard time. It got a majority of the paint off, as you can see, especially ones that didn't have too many layers. But like up here on the bathroom floor part, this was definitely, I had to scrub at it with a toothbrush. So for what I needed it to do, it did enough, but you'll see later that on that second floor, the big one, the big section, I just painted over that because there was no way I was going to get that off with just alcohol. It probably would be smarter to spray paint, but I do not have a place where I can spray paint, so we're going to just use acrylic paint and seal it with Mod Podge. Here is the house after using alcohol in it to get off as much of the paint as I could. Like I said before, whatever I couldn't get off, I'm just going to paint over it with some black acrylic paint. Like you saw in the last clip, I did use Goo Gone to spray on some of the stickers to get them off as much as I possibly could, but some of them I gave up on, and I'm just going to paint over those as well. So while we sit here and watch me paint this dollhouse, I wanted to share with you guys a couple photos. The first one being me and my Skeleta doll in like 2012, I think it is. It's like, I don't remember when it was. And then the following picture is my Monster High dollhouse when I first painted it from it being a Barbie house. It was beautiful, and I wish I still had some of the pieces that I had then. But yeah, just a little fun fact. So for the main room area, I have two Dracula coffin beds, if you guys have watched my video comparing the two. And I wanted to put one in the dollhouse to display it, so I figured I'd paint this area for my girl Dracula. Painting these tiny details was a complete pain, especially because I can barely get close to them, but I think they turned out pretty good considering. For painting the bathroom, I wanted to go with neutral colors, which makes me sound honestly not like me. But I have two bathroom playsets. I have the Laguna Blue bathroom, like shower and vanity, as well as the Dracula powder room set. So I wanted to keep it so that way if I want to switch out the playsets, it'll match cohesively. As you can see here, I'm just painting the tile print. So I did not have 100% plan when doing this house, but I did know kind of what I wanted to do with the bathroom and then that little Dracula section. The rest of it, I was just taking colors from the Monster High logo, like the blue and pink one, and also thinking back to the webisodes and taking some inspiration from the colors used there. Here I am just painting the fridge, and I also do all of the hardware in the bathroom and the kitchen with this silver paint to kind of give it a stainless steel look. This is my attempt of making this counter look like some sort of granite. I basically just put these little white squigglies and black smudges and used my finger to kind of smudge it even more. I wanted the kitchen to have some sort of design or something on the wall, so I decided to do this like brick type of backsplash thing. I know this house is meant to look like a California dream house, but I think this kind of tied in together the monster-ish vibe. Even though this is indoors, I wanted to paint some like cracks and like mossy kind of looking things on it to help with the overall aesthetic of the kitchen. They're not my favorite, but they'll do for now. My main inspiration for this section of the floor is specifically the 2012 fold-up high school playset that came out around the time Ghouls Rule came out. I really like the floor in the like purple section. That's kind of like where the desks are. As you can see in this picture, it doesn't show very well, but it's the same as the pink one, just in purple. I thought this like would look nice to kind of resemble more of the Monster High aesthetic. So they're not supposed to be perfect. Each tile is different. They all have their own freaky flaws, as they say. This was a pain to paint. It took me multiple hours, but I think it turned out really good. After I finished painting the floor, and same with everything else in the house, I put a layer of Mod Podge on it. I only put one layer. This is not a proper way to seal plastic, or I have not had very good experience with it, but it'll do for now. I normally would, put a layer of spray paint sealant on it, but we're working with what we have, so it'll do for now. I am really bad at measuring things, so here is how I used this piece of scrap construction paper as a guide for the real piece of paper I wanted to put here. I just kept putting it back and trimming more off as I needed, and once I got it to the size that it fit, I used this as a guide for my translucent bat paper that we will see here in a second, and then I glued that paper on with this nasty smelling glue, and then I used an X-Acto knife to cut out the window part. Here, I probably should have let it dry a little bit before I cut it out with the X-Acto knife, because it didn't like dry all the way and stick to the plastic and the glue like I wanted it to. But you don't want to use hot glue on some sort of paper like this, because this is literally just like plastic like sheet, and hot glue just melts it. It just makes it like fold all weird, so. Here I am just touching up these pieces of the house. It probably would have been so much easier if I could have spray painted them, but like I said before, I do not have a place to spray paint, so we are just doing it in the way we can.
My husband cut out this little coffin-shaped piece of wood for a project and ended up not needing it, so he gave it to me, and I thought it would make a perfect vanity mirror for the bathroom since I'm missing that middle window. So here we're just painting it with that same silver paint to kind of make it look like a mirror, and then we're going to put these little bedazzled gems to make them look like lights. I have this tiny piece of scrapbook spiderweb paper left over from the previous Monster High fold-up house that I redid, and I thought it would fit this little area perfect, as you can see, and then shove the little vanity mirror down in there. And I'm just going to hot glue this on and put some ribbon along its edges, and voila, we got a covered window. So now it's time to paint the floor in the main bedroom. I'm just going for like hardwood floor, but I'm making it gray because I don't see a lot of brown hues in a Monster High house. So you'll see me add some details later to kind of make it look more like wood and less like really long, thin bricks. I'm just gluing this flower with some beads as its face to that little shelf on the wall, as well as this lip fang sticker and this black and pink button. This little plastic Monster High emblem is literally a ring from a cupcake that's like quite literally a decade old, and I just had my husband cut off the ring part of it. Here I am painting this top room. I kind of wanted to go with a Frankie theme. I don't know why, just maybe it's because of that blue color like from the Monster High logo, but I am just painting the back wall this electric blue. I decided to use a black metallic paint to paint the TV as well as the bed thing that folds down, because I don't like that light blue color mixed with the black and the electric blue. Here is my attempt at a curtain. It is very rough, but it does the job for it missing a window. Here I am just cutting up these popsicle sticks so I can use them as shelves in that very top room, and then I just colored them in with a gray Sharpie. I had no idea what I wanted to put on this TV area, but I had this other piece of spiderweb scrapbook paper, and then I used that birthday invitation thing, and though it doesn't quite make sense since it's the Monster High's house and there's Monster High on the TV, let's just say it's like some cool family photo. I don't know. Here I am painting the inside of the folding down bed. I took inspiration from Frankie's mirror bed. I wanted to take the colors from that and kind of put my own twist on it, so it's definitely not identical to like the spread or anything like that, but I definitely used that kind of lighter blue and a pink, and I think it tied well together with the rest of the room. Now I am painting these top stairs. They were also a pain to paint. I don't ever recommend really doing this much acrylic painting on such a complicated dollhouse. But anyways, I decided to go with this cobblestone type of thing, which does not make sense. It does not, but it looks nice. So I think we accomplished what we needed to. on this part, I just continued the same floor pattern from the second floor to this part because I ran out of ideas, and honestly, I didn't want it to look too many things going on. Now it is time to make a planter box for this window. I'm so bad at this. I just used a bunch of washed popsicle sticks and trimmed them with my scissors and somehow managed to get this item. I painted it gray to kind of match the rest of the house, and I also hot glued all of these together, which probably was not the best idea because you can kind of see the hot glue through the paint. I also sealed this with Mod Podge as well, but it does what it needs to, and it makes the house look more complete. I had to hot glue these pieces on because a lot of them were like broken and missing the pegs that are supposed to go into the slots, but the hot glue worked fine because if I ever want to take it off and maybe spray paint it one day again when I can spray paint, they'll be easy to get off. And for the window, that was literally just a piece of an old CD case that my husband cut for me, and I just glued it on. You can't even really tell. Now finally on to decorations. This is the student lounge from Gen 3 as well as the chaise from the Secret Creepers set, and here I am decorating the kitchen, putting all of the food. Those little like experiment potions are from the Mad Science Ghoulia and Cleo 2-pack. Now for the bathroom, I decided to use Draculaura's powder room set since it's right next door to Draculaura's coffin, and I think it turned out really cute. I decided to put Abby's bed next to Draculaura's coffin because Laguna Blue's hydration station would not fit in this room. And then up here, I decided to put this little piece of paper that looks like a rug and decorate it with some Monster High accessories. Now, it's been a minute since we've seen the before, so here it is. It's pretty crusty and dusty and it's old. And now we have the after. It looks like it's been given a new life, and I'm super happy with the way it came out. And I'm so excited to take pictures of my dolls in it and also decorate it a million times over and over again. And we can't forget to take a look at the back, even though I forgot to take a video of the back during the before. But here it is. It looks pretty good. It's a little scratched up still, but I think considering it looks very good. Thank you guys so much if you stuck around to the end of the video. I had so much fun bringing my dollhouse back to life, and it's a great way to display all of my dolls because I have a lot of them. If you guys would like to see more of this kind of content, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!